Okay, Risha. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of an introduction here, if that's all right. Okay, for anybody that does not know Risha, Risha and I have been friends for, I don't know, it's been a while now, but, and then we have friends that have been friends for decades, which is how we ended up, meeting in the first place. So Risha's coming into this company. I know we've been affiliated in some other businesses together over the time that we've known each other successfully, and jumped in on this company, called me up one day, and it was just like, oh my God, you have to check this out. You got to check out the products. You got to check out the business. I said, okay, I'll take a look at it. Honestly, I took a look at it and then I put it on the desk for a little while, which I regretted later because now the more I look at it, we just were having this conversation before the call. I love this company. I absolutely love it. Love the products, love Risha. So Risha's come into this and a little bit about Risha. Risha's been in it for a short period of time, came in number three person in Canada in 2024, the same year that she ended up joining up, which is amazing in itself. Recently, we was just down in Salt Lake City with the owners of the company who invited her personally to come down and do a meet and greet with some of the top earners in the business and go over things. Just incredible dynamics, but as leaders, for all of us that have owned companies and run companies for our entire lives, you know that we are only the accumulation of the people that told us they would support us in the first place. So that would be everybody on this call. Now, that being said, I'm going to drop off. I'm going to let Risha start her presentation and chat with her, and she can give you the goods. So again, everybody jumping on, please mute your calls and let's get going. Thank you very much.
Well, everybody, let's have a hand for the host with the most, Dave McIntyre. Thank you, Dave, for keeping this wild crowd at bay. Thank you so much and welcome, everybody. Let me just go into the record mode and the slide share. One moment, please. Can you see the slides, Dave? Are we good to go? We're good. Okay. I'm Ricia Adair. As our co-host mentioned, I'm a Canadian. I live in Mexico. I love, love, love where I live. And I am just so, so grateful that I can be in Mexico and build a huge international business. So I actually came to Mexico to retire and to run our beautiful resort. It's called Casa 700 Mangoes. That's our dream home. It's our dream come true. But you know what? What we didn't factor in was when you buy a little resort, guess what? You need to have bags of money to go into the maintenance and everything else that goes along with that, right? So our house was unattended for about 5 months before we actually took possession, and it was a gong show. My God, the pool was all filled with algae. The neighboring lot had the jungle had grown over. Iguanas were eating everything. It was really something. So we got broke so fast. Thousands of dollars just got stripped out of our bank account, and that was called our little nest egg. And what do people fight about? Money, right? So our marriage was we're supposed to be in our dream home, living the dream life, and we were arguing, and we didn't even have money to put gas in the truck to take our guests around to do day trips with them. It was a pretty scary situation that we were in. As you see from the blue arrow, we've got this gorgeous, magnificent view of 9 miles of Santiago Bay. You can see the beach below. It's the best for walking, running, swimming. And no matter how much I walked that dog, swam in the ocean, or up and down the stairs of the villas, I still stayed very, very fat. So I went to the doctor and said, Doctor, I've got a real situation here. I've been sick a lot this year. I've had shingles, I've had UTIs that wouldn't stop, dog bites that got infected. You name it. It was a pretty rough and rocky year. And he said, You got a serious case of FFB, girl. Doctor, what's FFB? Fat, frumpy, and broke. That's my diagnosis with you. And thank God that magic day came on April 22nd that totally changed my life. Chris and Joni Budd, now number one in Canada, they called me up and they said, Risha, you got to know about these drops. I had never heard of them before, but I just knew that I didn't like where I was. And so I thought about it. And my first reaction was, I have no money. I really have no money. And we have a rule not to put it on the credit card if you can't pay for it next month. And then my second thought was, but these drops sound amazing. I saw the pictures on Joni's Facebook page about transformation after transformation. And I realized I need to have this product. So where can I get the money? I was doing massage therapy at that time, and I decided, well, Adele, I'm sorry, but I'm going to take this out of the massage budget and buy the drops. I bought 2 boxes. And fast forward, as Dave mentioned, my life has totally changed on a financial level. And wow, I can't get over. I had all these goals written down on the board. My 1 year goal got realized actually November 20th, a brand new, beautiful, beautiful. I love my fridge. I'm having a love affair with my fridge. That's my maid, Sarah, celebrating the new fridge delivery. So again, I'm not saying these things to impress you, but to impress upon you that I had no idea 11 months ago how my life was going to change so dramatically with the products and with the opportunity connected to this company. So just going forward, more goals being accomplished. We got the paint crew in to paint our house with all these fabulous Mexican colors. We rebuilt the pergola on the pool deck with very expensive tropical woods that don't get eaten by termites, and more things to consider when you live in the tropics. Mike got his brand new motorcycle. He was pretty happy about that. And then Santa Claus on Christmas Eve brought us 7 small earthquakes that caused our pool to fail. And we were getting a lot of people checking in on January 2nd. And it was like, holy heck, making that phone call to let them know that, hey, guess what? You're welcome to stay, but we don't have a pool. So we got the crew together and they came in, they did a massive repair very, very quickly. And we actually celebrated reopening the pool and upgraded with pool lights. So happy about that. And again, thank you to this opportunity. I recently discovered that I've qualified for the upcoming 5-star vacation to Punta Cana. As a matter of fact, I realized that I qualify for 3 of these princess vacations. And again, I started with this company only 11 months ago. And look at the transition in my body of what's happened from Ricia Adair, that fat lady on the left, to Ricia Adair, the not fat lady on the right. And again, too, this transition in my body happened in 3 months, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just so blown away. I'm so healthy. I feel like I'm 35 years old. I'm up and down those stairs. I swim like crazy. I fit into all my old skinny clothes. So again, on a health level, your life can change very quickly with these fabulous products that we have as well. I owe it all to these 2 guys, Darren Zobrist, John Wadsworth. They won the founding team of the year. Darren spent his career on Wall Street with Goldman Sachs, and John Wadsworth with a network marketing company since he was 18 years old with a product that sells the Tanisha Noni juice. And these 2 gentlemen saw an opportunity 2 years ago of several companies that were having financial difficulties. The corporation that owned these 5 companies were making bad decisions, so to speak. And John and Darren saw the value in these products and the value in the team that were connected to these products. So they put their shekels together and they bought the five companies. We call ourselves Partner Co because we're just simply better together working as partners. I have learned so much in the last 11 months about how my body was suffering from all these different things without knowing that it was actually hormonal imbalance. I had no idea. So I want you folks to have a look at the chart right now and put a little mental check mark behind any one of these that affect you or your spouse, perhaps. Mood swings, low libido, headaches, night sweats, food cravings, especially the sugar cravings, hot flashes, acne, insomnia, tiredness or fatigue, and weight gain. I was easy taking off 5 of those when I started these products, and now I celebrate that I'm so healthy. We have over 100 products to help us get back into wellness, get back into balance, including hormonal body balancing products, healthy weight loss products, increased energy. So you'll be able to run up and down the stairs, or when you come and see me, you can run up and down the beach. To strengthen your immunity system, reduce inflammation, get those inflammatory cells out of there. The nutritious products for your healthy skin, for better sleeping. Who would like a good night's rest, right? All of us, hands up. Gut health, athletes buy our products because they simply have stronger performance, faster performance with our products. And when you put these 100 products, we touch multi-billion-dollar industries, several of them. Dr. Ray Strand is our Chief Medical Officer, along with Dr. Pina, Brett West. They oversee 1,040 annual quality tests. There's 215 plus published clinical studies in regards to our products. Dr. Crystal Vance, Wellness Council President. We'll hear from her in a moment. Kristen White on the Athletic Council. She's a triathlete, a trainer, a gym owner. We've got a lot of scientific people on our teams, and it was critically important to the owners of this company that our ingredients are clean, good, healthy, clean ingredients, products created by doctors, backed by science. That was so important to Ray, to John, and to Dr. Ray Strand, and to Darren as well. What got me excited being a Canadian living in Mexico is the fact that we can do business in over 50 countries. And I'll give you a slight example. Again, our system of growth, which we'll talk about very soon, is simply about posting people's testimonies on our Facebook group. And you never know, somebody in Italy just might see that post. Ask about the drops. You verify through your website. Indeed, we have the drops available in Italy. You send them a smart link, which of course will train you how to do that. The European office fulfills the order, and the following payday, you get paid. There's that transparent. There are no international business licenses required, international tax licenses. I worked for one company that I had to pay $75 application for every country to do business in it. And that became a quick deterrent. In our company, it's as simple as send them a smart link and click, you get paid. Love it. The Lucim product, wow. Marlene, who's on the call with us tonight, she really educated me about the value of this Skincerity. This was created by a team of dermatologists specifically for problem skin. But as I'm finding out, it's not only great to help me lift the battle wounds and the scars that I've had for decades, but also for that healthy skin that makes you look younger as well. It's got a lot of first aid components. Marlene actually had problem skin on her legs, and she rolled religiously with the Skincerity. In a very short time, her legs returned to healthy normal. So it's a great product that everyone needs to have in their medicine cabinet, and definitely on their skin on a regular basis at nighttime. The noni and collagen, I'm pretty excited about this product. It's one of my favorites. Again, it's all about healthy skin. When you combine collagen with noni, the most efficacious fruit in the world, you've got yourself a superior product. And you want to look after your skin today, not when you're 90 and your skin is paper thin and starts to rip when you brush past a rugged wall. Wow, the Noni Max is definitely my favorite. The noni fruit is available in tropical countries around the world, but the best of all nonis come from Tahiti, where it's volcanic ash growing conditions. And again, I mentioned it's the most efficacious fruit in the world. The noni promotes overall health and wellness, supports a healthy immune system. So especially now during times of cold, you take a shot glass and just whack it down. I do the morning and the night. You can power dose it if you feel a little tickle in your throat come on, and watch your soldiers go to work and keep those viruses and germs away. Help boost immune energy in your endurance. And if you want more agility in your joints, more health in your joints, that's definitely the product for you. It supports a healthy cardiovascular system, helps fight harmful free radicals, and protects against oxidative damage. And there's powerful adaptogens that support balanced stress response and supports mood balancing effects. The Nutrify line was created by a team of doctors. Probiotics was by our Dr. Pina here in Mexico. I am convinced it's the best probiotics I've ever experienced. First of all, the packaging is a special lined packaging so that you can actually travel with it without it being needed to be refrigerated. It's got billions of strains of probiotics, prebiotics, and healthy gut. That's your second brain, right? You got to be healthy. Omega Q specifically for your heart and your brain. VIGNEAULT is our best-selling product in China. When you start losing weight with our drops, you're going to have saggy skin. Unless you take the VIGNEAULT, it's going to tone up your skin and get it springy again. A lot of people claim that because it has so much vitamin C in it, that they power dose it, especially, again, if they feel something going on. That combined with the NOE is going to put all those soldiers up to protect your health. And many people have reported back to me they no longer have allergic symptoms when they do the VIGNEAULT. Optimal M, Optimal B's are great products for your lungs, your heart, your muscles, your eyes. And the MOA product, that's the second one that I was able to afford once I got a paycheck from the company, which was in my second week. And wow, I'm just so impressed with it. Recently said to me, for those hours that you're experiencing in your fingers and your toes and your lower back, you need the MOA. It's a product specifically for inflammation. And you see the 36 superfood ingredients that come along. And it's amazing what it's done for me. After 3 weeks, no more owies in my fingers and toes. I was walking the dog in my funky flip-flops. And I'm going, wow, my toes hardly hurt. And then after 6 weeks, completely gone. So I spring up and down in my flip flops up and down the stairs. I'm so grateful to be in this situation. And this is a great, great product. It's a drink. I like to put it in the fridge and I drink it every morning as a start to my day. You can see so many of us have inflammation issues for various reasons. And this particular lady, she swears by the MOA. Look at her feet from one picture to the next. This gentleman as well, too, went from very toxic and to a situation of being healthy again. I'd like to share with you another one of my favorite products. On the drops, we do have a suggested meal plan. It's a very wide, diverse meal plan, but every now and then you're going to want to go out to that Italian restaurant and indulge a little bit. So the sugar stop is something you're going to want to drink. It's a powder mixed in with water, and you're going to want to drink that before your meal. It stops a good percentage of the sugars and blocks the sugars created by carbs going into your bloodstream. It's a great product and it tastes awesome. The Slenderies line, the Pure Nourish, is my breakfast. There's 18 grams of vegetable protein. It's loaded with probiotic, prebiotic, minerals, and vitamins. It has enough nutrition that should all the food disappear tomorrow, you've got your Pure Nourish that's going to be nutrifying your body. I particularly like the cocoa flavor, the chocolate. So I mix the cocoa blend. I also have it in my coffee, which is lovely. Giving greens for every little scoop. You get 2 pounds of the kale, the broccoli, the parsley, the acai, the goji. There's all kinds of great things that come out of that, especially in wintertime when you don't have fresh produce from the farmers markets. Before we talk about the drops, I'd like to introduce to you one of my absolute favorites of all times. It is called Renew. I call it the fountain of youth in a box. Renew helps combat the natural aging process to promote youth and vitality. We have 2 international patents on the product. To my understanding, it's the only one of its kind in the world. It is expertly formulated to trigger human growth hormone production. And what is HGH shown to help? It promotes deeper, more restorative sleep, guys. Deep REM sleep. It is just so amazing. Increases libido, stamina, and pleasure. We're going to hear from Melissa tonight. She's going to tell us a fun story about that. Reduces body fat, increases lean muscle, promotes youthful looking skin and hair, and improves mood and energy, improves cell regeneration. This is a product you absolutely want to have. It's a sachet. You put it in a glass of water before sleep, and it tastes amazing. And just watch for the great sleep to happen for you. And now our gateway product, our flagship product, is the Slenderies Body Balancing Drops. This product was introduced on the market about 12 years ago. Well over 1 million bottles have been sold. It's natural, safe, and effective, stimulant and hormone-free. You will drop twice the weight as diet alone, created by doctors, backed by science. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of testimonials, of which we're going to hear 2 amazing testimonials tonight. And this is what the drops will do for you. It will help curb your hunger and control your appetite. So when your plate is 3/4 empty or 1/4 full or whatever, your brain gets a message that says, stop eating now. You're full. Stop. I celebrate that I no longer have any need for sugar. I have not had sugar since April 22nd. I don't want it. I used to be so addicted to sugar. My sugar cravings are gone. And I have chocolate up in my pantry that people brought for Christmas. It's going to end up melting if I don't throw it away. But I don't want the sugar. And I think many of the world is addicted to sugar, and they kind of planned it that way, right? So this is a great product to get you off those sugar cravings. It helps balance hormones, including the insulin, the ghrelin, the hunger hormone, leptin, and the cortisol, the anxiety hormone. It's going to stimulate your metabolism, so you're going to feel increased energy. You're going to want to go out and do some exercise because there'll be ants in your pants. You'll feel younger. It'll help you stay motivated and certainly help with stress. Supports your thyroid, maintain healthy blood sugar levels. There's so many people with testimonials in this regard. And many of my customers have said to me that the brain fog is lifted very, very quickly, and their memory seems to be improving. And plus, lose weight in your entire body. And we're going to hear again from our testimonials, Slenderies Body Balancing Drops. I've nicknamed them my magic drops, because you'll hear from tonight that these drops are a lot more than just another 20 pounds. So let's go into The fact that this is a lifestyle, folks. It's about clean eating. It's about drinking your water. It's about exercise. It's about how things were like when we were kids, right? And now they call clean eating a fad. No, it's how grandma taught us to eat vegetables and a little bit of protein. Exercise 15 to 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Drink your water. Adhere to the approved food list. You will not go hungry. It is certainly loaded with all kinds of animal and plant-based proteins, your sea vegetables, your fruits, your healthy fats, everything. There's so much that you can eat. Tonight, we had a beautiful tuna steak with a fabulous salad, and I feel 100% satisfied. Let's look at the transitions of these people. And I know, personally know, 98% of these people because they've either been on my call or they're friends of mine. Jane Storch, 32 pounds in 8 weeks. Incredible transition. James, 47 pounds, 4 months. Look at the guy on the right. He looks like a kid. People are getting younger. We're aging backwards on these products. And this is Dr. Crystal Vance. She has actually lost a full person. She's lost 162 pounds. And that lady on the right, who lost all that weight 6 or 7 years ago, still looks that vibrant today. And thanks, Dave, for previously mentioning in Vancouver Island. Coming up, we have Vancouver, March 22nd, Parksville, Vancouver Island, March 23rd, Victoria, March 24th, Kelowna, March 25th, and Calgary, March 26th. And that's where you'll be able to hear Dr. Crystal's story. And she's an amazing speaker and very knowledgeable about our products. Have a look at the waist, the bra line, the buttocks, the top picture and below. The transition that's happened in my body in 13 days. The fat melted off of me. I said to my honey, but I've only lost 6 pounds. He says, yeah, but look at how skinny you're getting. The inflammation just seemed to melt off. The fat seemed to melt off. I've never experienced anything like it in my life. Tracy, our bikini girl from West Virginia. Athletes absolutely love our products with better performance. Katie in a 30-day transition. She looks fabulous. Maggie, my buddy out of Fox Island, Washington. Big change for her. Julie Park was actually very, very sick when she was introduced to the drops. And this lady, not only did she lose a whole bunch of weight, but she got herself healthy again. April from Oklahoma. Everyone looks so much younger. Josh and Ashley have a physiotherapy clinic. Josh tore the science apart on the drops before he consented to offer it to his clients. You can see in the transition in both of their faces what a change. They also celebrated getting to the rank of senior officer in 4 months, which is a great position to be in with our company. A lot of wellness professionals are with us in this company because of the science behind the products. Sheila Peltier, she was a guest on my call, and this gal had suffered from chemotherapy and radiation in cancer treatment. She got her life back as well as losing 25 pounds. Chris Bailey, another guest on my call, was suffering from Lyme disease. He couldn't get help anywhere until the drops came along and it got him healthy again. Selena, wow, she looks beautiful. She looks a whole lot younger and her BP numbers are better. Her A1C numbers are so much better as well. Ashley celebrates that she no longer has any of those postmenopausal or premenopausal stress situations, night sweats, hot flashes. Ladies and gentlemen, there's 1 billion women this year going into postmenopause and premenopause. There's a lot of people that we can help with this product. Her husband, Reese, released his Dr. Pepper addiction, his Oreo box of cookies every night addiction, and lost 65 pounds along the way. My dear friend Penny, the lady on the left, was very, very sick after having colon cancer in 5 operations that one went south after the other. And in 2 short months, that picture on the left with pink shorts was July, and the picture on the right was 2 months later. My dear Penny is well on her road to recovery, to being healthy again. The Fuchs were recently on my call. My goodness, you could just tell if a picture paints 1,000 words, you can certainly see the difference with these two, including all kinds of lab results that were so favorable for them. Jerry Wyndham, friend of mine, he lost 12 pounds, but he also realized that he no longer shakes as he brings the soup spoon up to his mouth. So I was telling my husband that, and Mike says, you know what? I don't shake anymore either. And Mike's been on the drops for a month and a half. So it's a lot more than 20 pounds. Have a look at my friend here, Colleen from Omaha. What a difference on this gal, right? She's so happy and also very successful in the business. Rachel Kemp couldn't get rid of the baby fat until the drops came along to help her. My friend Barbara McCubbin, oh my goodness, look at her belly on the right. And this girl is just celebrating. She's going backwards fast. She's aging backwards every time she sees me. I'd like to talk to you now about Advantage. We're going to hear from Melissa that's going to talk about it as well too, because she has some living proof about what's going on with Advantage. The drops promote overall weight loss, while Advantage accelerates the loss of harmful visceral fat around your waist and hips. Dr. Strand says weight gain around our middles is associated with an increased risk for high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, heart disease, and diabetes. The medical community is now beginning to refer visceral fat as killer fat. So how can this product help you? You will burn increased calories by 10 times, so you get leaner and faster, and that's in any given day. Helps reduce stubborn visceral fat to slim waist and hips. Helps increase metabolism, so you burn more calories. Activates fat burning cells in your brown adipose tissue, and helps prevent weight gain. So I'm just going to go back here for a minute. There is a kit right now available in Canada while quantities last. 1 box of drops for a month for one person, and 1 bottle of Advantage for a month for one person. That's on sale, or you can get double the order, which is on sale as well. And in the United States, you've got 2 sugar stops, 2 bottles, and 2 Advantages. And I apologize, the free shipping should not be there. That was a promotion that just ended. And that is $380 in the United States. So as we go forward, I've got a very, very special testimonial for you. I just want you to have a look at this lady's picture. What a transition. What a difference. Melissa is my dear friend from Gulfport, Mississippi. She's a senior manager with our company, and she has a great story to share with us. Melissa Jackson, are you in the house with me tonight?
I am in the house.
Thank you so much for being on our call. I really do appreciate it. So tell me, Melissa, how did you get introduced to the drops? Tell us, when did this all start for you?
Well, I've been on a health journey for a while now, but I think it started 2 years ago, actually, when I was actually serious about the drops. Because sometimes we start new things and we don't complete it. And I tell anybody from experience, not from hearsay, that if you don't take the drops the way you're supposed to, you're not going to have success on it. Is it worth cheating, as we sometimes say, by eating the foods that we want to eat and doing what we want to do regardless, and want to have success on the drops? And so I think 2 years ago, I was seriously, my husband and I, we did it together. We decided together that we wanted to get serious about the drops, because we weren't diligent in taking the drops. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. But as for myself, like I said, those of you that don't know me, my name is Melissa Jackson. I live here in Gulfport, Mississippi. I am a retired correction officer, and my husband is a retired Marine. But my husband, speaking from my husband's point of view, he's had health problems as well as I've had health problems. I had a very stressful job as a correction officer, and I can say that during the time of me having being a correction officer, being so stressful, that I ate things that I wasn't supposed to eat. I was on energy drinks and all those different things. It wasn't until my father had a massive heart attack that I decided that, hey, it's time for me to get serious about my health. Because, we all have family and friends that have left this world too soon because of how we're eating and the air that we breathe and so forth and so on. And like you were saying before, we were eating good way back in the day.
Oh, we lost you. You got muted. Just a minute, Miss Melissa, you got muted.
Okay.
There we go. So the last thing we heard you say was that back then we were eating good.
Yeah, we were. So I agree absolutely with you. We didn't have all the sickness that we have today. And I can say that my great grandmother, she lived to be almost 100 years old, and she never went to a hospital in her life. So long story short, I decided that it was time for me to take seriousness of my health along with my husband. My father had a massive heart attack, and that was my decision. That was the breaker for me, because no one wants to see their loved one pass away too soon. And so my husband and I got onto these slenderized drops. I thought I had tried everything under the sun. I've been there, done that. I've lost the weight, gained the weight, I gained more than what I was supposed to. I just didn't want to shop anymore. I didn't want to take pictures anymore like I used to want to take pictures. My self-esteem was down. And so my husband and I decided together, because I tell anybody, you can do it by yourself, but have a accountability partner, whether it be your husband, whether it be friends, family, whoever, do it together, have fun together. And so these slenderized drops, let me tell you, like I said, I wasn't serious at first, but when I did get serious, I realized that it wasn't a whole bunch to this. If you follow the plan, exactly what it tells you, to eat the foods from the plan, rather, eat as much as you want from the foods, take the drops the way you're supposed to, drink lots of water, and you don't even have to exercise on this program. You do not have to exercise. But my husband and I are very active, so we do exercise, and sometimes we like to challenge ourselves. But the best exercise I would tell anyone, if you're going to exercise, would be to walk. So moving right along the transformation, I was able to have scale victories as well as non-scale victories. My scale victory was that I was able to lose inches and pounds. I released 70 pounds. I was like,
70
thank you,
pounds.
Jesus.
70 pounds.
Not 7, but 70.
Wow, 70 pounds. Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations. Who would have thunk it, huh?
My non-scale victories have been that I have been blessed. The drops have helped me come off my cholesterol medication. I am 54 years young, so I no longer have the night sweats. Thank you, Jesus. My energy is through the roof. I can get down with my grandson that's 7 years old, going on 20. But we have a blast together, Of course, I am very blessed to be at the point I am right now. I'm still on an ongoing health journey along with my husband, but I am so grateful that these drops have been a lifesaver to not only me, but as well as to my husband.
What about the Advantage? How long have you been on the Advantage, and what did you notice along with the drops, what it's done for you?
Oh, my Lord. Okay, so I already told you that I released 70 pounds. Okay, so the Advantage, I was like, the Advantage. I have never had, I don't know if anybody else can agree, I have never, when I say never, never had a 6-pack, 8-pack, or any type of pack. So when it said it was targeting the abs and the thighs and all that, I said, I need all of that. I said, I have never, even when I was in high school, I've never had a 6-pack or 8-pack or any type of pack. So when I seen Advantage, let me tell you what I found out through taking these 2 pills. I would take it in the morning time after breakfast, along with all my other rituals that I would do with the drops and everything and the supplements. But I noticed, and I said, I'm going to give myself a little bit of time. I've seen people, getting results is 3 days, 5 days, 8 days. But, everybody's body differs. I realized, and I wrote it down, I couldn't believe it. I had to do a double take. I was like, what in the world? 8 inches in
Wow.
9 days.
Wow.
5 pounds
Just
in
9
4
days.
days.
So you're doing the drops, you lost a bunch of weight, but now all those bulky inches are falling off of you.
Yes, I was like,
Right to it.
fat be gone.
Wow. Well, I can hardly wait to get to Canada so I can get my Advantage. We don't have it here in Mexico. Well, congratulations.
I was like,
So I'm
wow,
just looking at the time here, Melissa. So we're going to move on to your husband's testimonial about Renew.
Oh, where's my, I don't know. He's somewhere in the house. Drew, are you somewhere? Yeah. Come on here, right quick.
Come on, honey, come on. The world needs to hear from you.
They want want to hear about Renew real quick?
Okay, introduce your husband.
Oh, this is my husband, Andrew Jackson. He's a retired Marine veteran, and he would
Hi, Andrew
love to
Jackson.
tell
Thank
you.
you for your service.
You're welcome.
He would love to tell you about Renew.
Okay, let's go. Let's go, Andrew.
Come on,
Okay. Quickly. 5-minute locker room version. As you know, I'm a retired Marine. I was on a lot of medications. I suffered from erectile dysfunction for a long time. I mean, years. And Renew come along. Let me tell you, if going from that blue diamond to Renew is like night and day. I mean, we was making love 3 or 4 times a week on Renew, and I'm like a horny teenager right now.
Honey, he's back.
Yeah, our little friend is back, and let me tell you, we went from a spark to a flame to a wildfire to a hot lava in the bedroom.
Yay! Amen. Andrew and Melissa, thank you so much. Okay, everybody, all the women on the call, you got to get Renew and pack it in a St. Patty's Day present for your husband. Coming up right
Was that quick enough for you?
Thank you so very much for your testimonial tonight. What a great pleasure to have you on board our call. Thank you again, and please hang around. We're going to have coffee clutch, and it'll be lovely to have you join us. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Wow, what a great story. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Wow. Okay, Andrew. Well, he gave us the locker room version for sure. That's so great. And apparently he's gone into men's groups and said the same thing. So bravo to you, Andrew. The next lady, she's the first lady outside of Joni Bod who talked to me about the drops. And we're going back almost 12 months ago. And the day that I was on a Zoom meeting this beautiful lady, Kim Jason, she had just come back from her doctor with some amazing news. And when she shared that news with us on the Zoom call, there wasn't a dry eye in the house. She comes with real estate. She's a professional real estate entrepreneur. She's got a wellness background as well. She owned a health food store. She's a naturopath. She's an amazing lady. Give it up for Kim Jason from Quebec, who is right now in Manzanillo. Kim, speak up. Oh, you need to unmute your mic, please, Kim. Let's unmute your mic.
Is everyone hearing me now?
There you go. There you go. There you go. Kim, let's roll backwards. We're not going to talk about the news that you received from your doctor, but let's roll back. What has your life been like for the last 2+ decades?
I am a busy lady. I have 4 children. I live up north Canada, about 10 hours north of Montreal when the roads are not closed. And I used to have a medical clinic, and I'm in real estate, have a busy life. And after giving birth to my 2 children, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor in 2016.
A brain
And
tumor.
a brain tumor. And it took many, many years before they found out. My doctors would say I had uterus cancer, and they didn't really know what to do with me. So I had to do the blood work, the MRIs, all kinds of testing. And they kept saying to me that my iron was low. And I would go in the hospital, get some blood work. My iron was okay. They'd send me home. And in the meantime, I had no energy for my 4 children. I would lose conscious everywhere. I couldn't have any stress. I had brain fogs. I couldn't concentrate. I could no longer work on the computer. My friends and family would get angry with me because they didn't recognize the Kim anymore. And in Canada, to see a hormone specialist, it's it's very hard, and you're on waiting lists. And in 2016, they wanted to operate, and I got really scared because operating, having surgery in the brain is not an elbow or a knee, and the surgery is very risky. If it goes wrong, you're on hormones for the rest of your life, and not everybody do well on hormones. So I didn't really have clear explanations in Canada. So I went to Thailand to try to get a better explanation of what was going on with me. And then in 2018, I was introduced to Manzanillo, and I got sent by my family doctor here in Colima. And so we started doing all the scans and the MRIs and the blood work. And that's where I got more explanation about my hormones, and that I probably went over 20 years with um, a high level of cortisol, and I damaged my ovaries because my hormones were not balanced all this time. So some doctors say that I got an emotional shock after my mom passed away, and all the stress that I lived formed the brain tumor. And then when I gave birth to my two children, the unbalancing of the hormones got worse, and the consequences got worse. So I was really worried about, being 36, 38 years old with four children, about my future, about my headaches, about having no energy. And I would break down and cry because I didn't know how I could continue in this situation, being so young.
And your
So
children, you have two autistic children as well that require special attention and more attention, right?
yes, the youngest two are more a lot more work, and but it was unfair to my husband. It was unfair to my children because I couldn't function properly, and the doctors did not know what to do with me. And I didn't want to start huge treatments of chemo and radiation and get the surgery. So I saw a post on Facebook from Joni that I used to work with 20 years ago, and it said hormone balancing, get your energy back. And at this point, I was so discouraged. I had nothing to lose. And I was in Mexico and I did not know you. And Joni said, "Well, when are you going back to Canada?" And I said, "Well, I'm finishing up all my medical tests because since COVID in Canada, I didn't have access to my MRIs, and I didn't know if it was my kidneys that was the problem, or my ovaries, or my uterus, because I didn't have any answers. So I came here to Mexico, got all my MRIs and my blood work. And when I got back, Joni had sent boxes of drops at my Canada address. And I started taking the drops, and after a week, my focus came back, my headaches were gone, the fog, the focus was coming back, and my mood swings were, disappearing because I had the energy to have the endurance to walk and, function again. I had a lot more energy to make to cook supper for my kids, because after a day of work I just didn't have the energy to survive the nights and the weekends of the chores and having a family. And this creeps up on you for many, many years, and you don't realize at what point you've become weak, and that your hormones, is so important in so many aspects of the quality of your life. And so I had taken different hormones that Canada and Mexico had given me, but I had a lot of side effects, like electric shocks in the brain, spasm. I couldn't sleep. I was itchy. I would vomit every day. My kids were scared. So I got really, really bad. But after 3 weeks, it took me a good 3 weeks with the drops. I realized that my teeth were a lot less sensitive, that I had so much energy that I could go and do everything I need to do the whole day. My kids were a lot less worried for me. And from having, I was allowed to have only one MRI of my brain every year or 6 months. But I was feeling so good when I got back home after the drops, and my blood work became so beautiful that I went for a second MRI in May, and
That was that
coincidence,
was the day that we had the Zoom. You had just came back from the results. Let's hear what your oncologist said to you.
the oncologist called me in emergency, and I got really scared because I was feeling good after 2 months of taking the drops. And he called me in and he's like, "Hi, miracle lady." And I said, "Hi." And he said, "I got your results from your MRI from Mexico and Canada, and you're my miracle patient of the week." And so I looked at him and he says, "Well, I no longer see any trace of tumor in your brain, but what I cannot explain is your blood work, because someone in your condition for 20 years of brain damage and hormone imbalances will never have a perfect blood work after all of this exams." And usually my prolactin from my brain tumor was at 140, 160, 180. And at 200, they operate in emergency because the pressure in the brain is too heavy. And so when I got the result of my MRI with no trace of the brain tumor, what really amazed him that he had never seen in his career and at the CHUM hospital in Montreal, because he was just waiting for me to get surgery, was that my blood work for the prolactin was down 36. So it went down from 178 to 36. And the pressure in my head had gone. I could concentrate, focus. My employees, my professionals, my family, they all saw the difference in me. They couldn't believe me. And I lost a lot of inches, less weight, because my ovaries are are having issues, but it's coming along after all these months. And the oncologist says normally in your condition, you would never be able to go down 60 or 50 for your prolactin. So that you know to me, it was just a new chance of a new life, having this news. And the oncologist says, "Well, we don't have to see each other every 3 months. Now we can see each other yearly. And I don't know what you're doing." But I had brought in my drops with me because I can finally say that my hormones were more balanced, because I felt good, but I didn't have the side effects. So he was honest with me. He's like, "I'm in my office right now. I'm not allowed to take the drops. But if I'd see you in the parking lot, I'd really like the drops for my wife."
Kim, this is such an amazing, amazing story. Thank you so, so much for sharing your testimony. And ladies and gentlemen, you can well imagine, I had only been with the program for about 18 days, 17 days at that point when I was introduced to Kim. And when she told us that she just came back from the oncologist with this very news that you just heard tonight, Joni and I, the three of us were crying, right? And I just met you on that Zoom, and wow, we had the great pleasure to spend all of day yesterday. Yesterday, I had a little pool party with Kim and my other friend Marina, and it was a great girls' day. And I heard this story again, and it gives me goosebumps every single time. Kim,
Yeah.
congratulations! I love you to bits, and thank you for sharing your story with us tonight.
Well, thank you. And hopefully the drops does miracle with your organs because it does with my family and friends and it's just such a beautiful product, you know. And I also take Noonie
Oh
and
yes, yes.
that's amazing as well,
Real quick,
you know.
give me 1 minute on Noni, and then we're going to continue on. We got a few slides to go. 1 minute on Noni.
The noni was great for me because of all the toxins. You know, I live in the mining area of Canada, so we've got a lot of high toxins in the air and the water in the land. And so the Todd in the company and Chris and Joni put me in contact when they saw I had such delicate health issues. And Todd said, you know, if I were you, I would take the noni. And to tell you the truth, the noni is, I think I like it as much as the drop because of the detox, because of the energy, the vitamins, the mineral, and it's got a wonderful taste to it. I thought I was gonna hate it because I thought it was gonna be sour, but no, it's the sweet that I'm not craving anymore through the noonie juice. It's just so good to have it in the morning, and I think it's just gonna be a potion of staying young and healthy for the next couple years. So the noni is also a great product.
I love that. Well, the Renew is now the Love Potion number 9, and our Noni is definitely the Stay Healthy Potion. Thank you again so much, Kim, for sharing your story with us.
You're welcome.
Wow. And ladies and gentlemen, when I hear these stories, I interview usually 5 to 6 people every single week on my calls, and it just blows me away. As I say, the drops are a lot more than just 20 pounds. There's so many miracle stories that seem to be told on this channel. How do I get the drops? Well, you can become a customer and buy retail. Nah, nobody wants to do that. Why not get the best value that you can? We have a great membership program in the United States. It's $29.95. That gives you the privilege of being a brand partner and being able to purchase wholesale, or even as a customer to be able to purchase wholesale. In Canada, we like to pay more for things, so it's $37.95 over here plus tax. And people are going to come along like they do to Melissa, like they do to Kim, and they're going to say, my God, you look so great. And especially to Kim, you're not sick anymore, especially to Melissa, you look so healthy. And we're going to naturally share this with others. It's what we do as human beings, is we like to help others when we are introduced ourselves to a great product. So why not get paid for it? Because for every referral, the company would love to send you a check. So we give you all the tools and resources that you need to be successful, including dynamic training. But with the disclaimer, whoever enjoys success with our company is from their own passion, their own desire, their business skills, and they're willing to learn new business skills. And that same applies for you. Let's talk about turning your drops into profits. We have such an amazing system. We heard from Kim, who saw a post on Facebook, and that's how Kim got introduced to this miracle product for her. And so as a brand partner, first you're going to get 30% off the suggested retail. So in turn, you may be offering any of these products to people who would like to be healthy as well and enjoy a 30% markup. In the United States, for example, we have a 4-pack. It's $371. Obviously, you're going to keep one for yourself. And the suggested retail in the States is over $170, $176, something like that. But if you sold it at a bit of a discount to your people at $167, as a choice, you're still looking at a profit of 222 bottles on those other 3 boxes, and you get your product for free. Or in the United States, you can buy a 10-pack. Your unit cost reduces significantly down to 88, so your profits increase to almost $800 on that 10-pack. In Canada, we have a 4-pack. It's $465, 200 points. Again, keep one for yourself. And with us selling in Canada or sharing it in Canada, it's $197. That's 15% below retail. And so your client gets a good price, and you get to earn profits as well too. Ultimate is our top pay plan in the company. It is the position that everyone on this call wants to be at. And all of the brand partners, I believe that are on this call, are very close or have achieved it already. Once you achieve Ultimate, it's yours for your career with our company. And basically, by moving or promoting 30 boxes over 30 days, you're looking at anywhere in Canada from $2,500 in profits to $2,700 in the US. And again, we're going to talk about Ultimate, why it's important to get yourself there. We have an amazing program called System of Growth, and this System of Growth can open up an entire international market for you. Right now, I celebrate with over 12 countries represented in my organization. And again, I'm just a little girl that was hoping she could afford to pay her Wi-Fi bill that month. And I just started posting on Facebook, and now the world is our oyster, which it can be for you as well. We're looking at a screenshot of a system called Boards, and that's basically a filing system in the cloud. Under Social Media Week 1 are all the testimonials, and it's just a simple copy and paste system. When people have questions, under the top left, text strips for docs, you just copy and paste. So all you have to do is know how to copy and paste and plug and play. Here's an example of a post I did with Rick and Crystal, who together lost 210 pounds. And you think that didn't get some results? Oh my goodness, right? So the first thing is you're going to want to activate your brand partner position. You've just agreed to paying your membership of $37.95 or $29.95. And you'd like to activate your position with 200 points, so you're eligible to receive commissions. Again, the 4-pack in Canada is 200 points. So that would qualify you as an activated brand partner. In the United States, the 4-pack is also 200 points. I'm going to suggest the Renew is just such an amazing product. We heard Andrew's story, which is like gospel, it's so good. You heard my story that I sleep so well. So add on a box of Renew at least, in your 4-pack, and it puts you a little over the activated points that you need. But nevertheless, you've got yourself some great product, and you still have an extra 3 boxes to sell in either case. In the United States, the 10-packs, the bigger the package, the higher the profits, simply because your unit cost goes down. There's a 20-pack, your investment would be $1,760. You're looking at profits of $1,580, which is pretty decent, right? In any brick and mortar business, it's impossible to declare a profit in your first month of business. You're too busy trying to get things set up, like your website and so on and so forth. Well, here you can invest in a 30-pack for $2,300 and actually surpass your original investment at $2,710 while you're still giving your customers a great deal. So as an American, if you're on the call with us tonight, I would highly recommend, if you could, to invest in that 30-pack. In Canada, you can put together various different kits of your favorites. The person who invited you to the call can highly recommend different kits for you to achieve Ultimate right out of the gate. And as a business owner, I would say, if you could, on a budget level, do it. Then you don't have to think about it. You can focus on promoting the products, finding people like Kim who need help, finding people like Melissa who need help, because there's everyone you look at out in the street, eyeball to eyeball, needs some help in getting their system back in balance. We are voted the most generous, the best compensation plan in the industry. I'm blown away. I've never seen anything like it in my life, and I've been 24 years in marketing. So we've got 9 different ways of being paid. I'm just going to talk about a couple for you tonight. The retail profits, we already talked about that, where you get 30% from the suggested retail discounted. And along is going to come Mary, who says, you know what, being a customer is all great, but I want to be a brand partner, so I'm going to invest in 2 10-packs. And Mary happens to be in Illinois. So for this example, a 10-pack times 2 is 1,000 points. Let's say you bought a 4-pack, you've activated your position, you would earn 15% of those 1,000 points. That's $150. But if you were an Ultimate, you would earn double. You would earn 30% or $300 on Mary's purchase. And on all your referrals, called new brand partners, you would be receiving that range of percentage in their first 4 weeks. And after that, it goes to base pay, which becomes 15%. And for the rest of Mary's career with our company and all the people that she might refer to, you're looking at 15% on a weekly basis based on a formula. So you're going to want to participate with 100 points of product a month. It's roughly about 150 in the US, 180 in Canada. And that keeps you qualified for commissions and also for that brand partner 30% pricing. The base pay that I mentioned has to do with Mary telling Henry, Henry telling Ethel, Ethel telling Linda, and Linda telling Susan. Before you know it, there's 600 people out there. They're all purchasing product. They're all enjoying their monthly subscription. They're introducing new people that they can introduce to the drops and all the other great products we have. So based on a formula, you get paid 15% called base pay every Friday. And that's right, we get paid every week, which is so fun. And as that 15% in any given week climbs past $250, you will get paid an additional 15% and put aside into what is called a savings bonus. And this savings bonus, as it adds up to $10,000, you will get that magic phone call from the company, and the following Friday, it will be deposited 10,000 US dollars for our Canadians on the call into your bank. Chris and Joni unlocked their $10,000 bonus in only 8 months. Jerry and Allison recently unlocked theirs. Reese and Ashley, their house just burned down, so this 10,000 is certainly going to help them rebuild. Kim Gray, recently on our call, this lady had a serious health issue, and now she's celebrating health and financial success with our company as well. There's so many success stories. In addition, how we get paid is through lifestyle credits. For everything we do with our company, whether we refer new customers, new brand partners, our monthly auto ship, or we climb up rank for the company, you will get these lifestyle credits. And then you can cash them in on this beautiful trip, like many did last April to Tahiti, which is a fabulous trip. And then in July, several more went to the Bahamas. Russell Petrie was on a 5-star vacation through Partner Co. not too long ago to Puerto Vallarta. And he's told me he just glows when he tells me his story about how well he was treated. Truly a princess prince vacation. Coming up soon is April 2025 is Punta Cana. There's several people on our call that I'll be seeing in Punta Cana very soon. And then Bali will happen in June. So just imagine you signed up to get the drops wholesale. You end up looking fantastic. You lose a bunch of weight. You get super healthy. You age backwards and you tell a whole bunch of people about it. Next thing you're going on a free trip to Bali or a free trip to Punta Cana. Like, how much better could it be, right? I was at a convention in Orlando. There was 2,100 people at the convention and 800 were celebrated on stage. That's over a third of the crowd. And you're celebrated on stage when you're making money, right? So I'm just blown away. As I say, 11 months ago, I had no idea where my life was going to be. I just knew 11 months ago I was fat, frumpy, and broke. And now life has changed. All it takes is a yes, a step of courage, a step of confidence, and say yes. And let's help you pick a kit. But how will you know if the products are working for you? Well, you've heard you'll have more energy. You'll have definitely better sleep, improved mood. And, just like Andrew, you'll have that increase in your libido, right? Reduction in inflammation, and like Melissa, she's got all those inches lost and better elimination to digestion. And we heard again from Kim with less brain fog and the boost in her immunity system and overall sense of well-being. So everywhere you go, eye to eye on that sidewalk, at your workplace, at your next church event, everybody in that room can easily tick off 3 to 5 to 7 to 10 of these boxes. We need to get this product out to people. People don't have to be unwell. They don't have to be complacent. They don't have to be lethargic. They can be healthy and join us. So in closing, I'd like to ask you these questions. Are you a 1, 2, 3, or 4? A 1, nah, you don't want to be a 1. That's paying retail, and you don't want to do that. You want to get the best value. So at least become a brand partner or customer so you can save money and get the best value, right? The number 3 is the person that wants to get on this health and wealth train and ride. And the number 4 is that same person. I guess I'm a number 4 because I don't know how to ride small. I only know how to ride big. And now that I've tasted it, I want to go all the way to the top, and I can hardly wait till the next vacation is announced. So it's very easy, folks. I want you to put in the chat whether you're 1, 2, 3, or 4. to be with us and live the dream. Just imagine that time freedom, how you could enjoy your life with your kids, your grandkids, enjoy that body you love again, like Melissa, she's going out buying skinny clothes and enjoying the financial stability like so many people on this call are enjoying, and having that great community of friends and family and enjoying these luxury experiences to all these great trips. It's happening. It's happening to thousands of people. I heard today that the Punta Cana trip, so many people qualified for it that there's now a waiting list. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of success stories with our company. Enrolling is easy. It's as little as 5 minutes. Just choose a pack. We can help you choose a pack and get started, right? It's that very simple. Wow, what a great evening it's been. We've gone a little bit over time, but it was worth it with these dynamic testimonials we had in the house with us tonight. I want to say thank you very much, Kim Jason, for your testimonial. Thank you so very much for sharing your incredible story with us. And my dear friend, Melissa, thank you so much, Melissa. I just love you to bits. And you and your husband, Andrew, I'm so glad to meet him. That's awesome. Dave McIntyre for being the co-host with the most and keeping this wild crowd at bay. Thank you so much. And thank you to all the brand partners who have supported tonight's call, and definitely to the guests. So the guest, you can certainly put in the box whether you're 1, 2, 3, or 4, and we'll guide you through whatever steps you need to get through it. We're going to shut off the recording, and then we're going to go into coffee clutch, and anyone that wants to hang around, grab your water, grab your coffee, and we can just have a chill and get your questions answered. This is a great time to step forward, answer your questions. And if any of our guests want to stay with us, that would be so awesome.